Welcome to another edition of The Chosen Scoop. I'm Jim Luff, Marketing Manager for Chosen Payments. Today we'll be visiting with my friend Kris over at Una. And Kris, welcome to The Chosen Scoop.
Hello, happy to be here.
Well, let's start by telling everybody what Una is. And before Kris gets started, I just want to say that if you're watching today, this probably is the most valuable episode of The Chosen Scoop that I have ever recorded. The information that Kris is about to discuss and the opportunities available for organizations through Una is going to prove extremely valuable. So stay with us till the end. Kris, it's all yours to tell us about Una.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, so what Una is we're touted. I guess technically we are a GPO, which is a group purchasing organization. We like to look at ourselves as kind of a performance improvement company, but that's kind of a buzzword as well. But really, what that means is we work with a variety of different members across a variety of different classes of trade or industries, and we aggregate their spend and their purchasing power to get them better pricing than what they're currently purchasing. So we really help them just improve their bottom line. So that could be small businesses, medium-sized businesses. It could be large businesses as well, right? Because we've actually aggregated, through across a variety of different contracts, but around 100 billion in purchasing power. And so if you do that, and you also kind of look through, very specific lenses, I guess, if you will, it really just comes to just incredible pricing. But even more importantly, I guess what I would say is relevant, to the current state right now, is it helps to hedge against price increases. So you get price protection and a lot of different types of value add like that. So we function as either an extension of a well-established organization's procurement team, or if it's a growing business who maybe doesn't quite yet have the resources for that, we function as their procurement team for them.
So I'm going to kind of bring it down just a little bit to my level here. So what I'm hearing you say is, if I join Una and I have a business and I want to get better pricing on photocopy paper, staples, office supplies like that, that if I'm a member of Una, then you negotiate better pricing with organizations. And I'm just going to say, like an office product store, you negotiate better rates that I can't get. So I buy through Una, but Una doesn't actually send anything to me. It comes from the vendor that you negotiated the rate with. Is that correct?
Correct. You almost have it nailed on the head. I do want to clarify just a little bit. We don't necessarily do the purchasing for the members, right? The member still retains all the control, and that you bring that up, that's a very great point, because a lot of people have reservations. If you say, okay, so it's free to be a member, and you're going to help me save money, and you're not going to charge me anything for it. It kind of sounds too good to be true. We don't do the purchasing for the members. We have the pre-negotiated contract. So say you're with office supply company A and you want to stay there, well, perhaps we can help, or we can look at maybe a competitor and look at B. Usually our first question is, how do you define success? How much do you want to save? Are you looking for a long-term strategy? Are you looking for short savings? Because what we understand is that procurement it can't be a one size fits all. And so really what we look to do is to try and fill that gap and accommodate a lot of different types of our members. But you hit the nail on the head. It's immediate and very quick savings. Yep.
And so, basically I'm feeling like if I run a little company, that now all of a sudden through my membership with Una, I have the same buying power as a big company like an IBM or, a Ford, or, that's it, huh?
Exactly.
And I missed the whole part about no fee. So anybody can join Una for free?
It's free. Yeah, there are no charges, there are no hidden fees, and there are no obligations or commitments too. We don't kind of do that, the fine print. Well, will you have to use these contracts, right? Nope, there's none of that. Really, the reason members end up joining Una and then staying with Una is because the data speaks for itself. We approach those vendors, we do the cost savings analysis, and we show the service levels and the contract briefs, and they're like, wow, why would I go anywhere else? So, yep.
So, and you brought it up already that people are going to be skeptical, and everybody that's watching this show is in business. So they're going to ask, where do you make your money? How do you make your money?
Yeah, so the industry term is called administrative fees, and essentially what that is it's pre-negotiated with the vendors and suppliers. It's a humble, very humble percentage, but it would be based off of the sales that would come through. And when I say humble, I do mean very humble, right? There are some anti-kickback statutes and regulations that we need to all abide by, but yeah, that's how we keep the lights on.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in business would have an issue with you making a buck. We all need to make a buck
Right?
to be in business. But I do want to point out for our viewers today that this is a different kind of purchasing group. We belong. Chosen Payments has some other association partnerships with buying groups, but they're very specific. As an example, and a plug to our friends over at Sports Inc. Sports Inc. is a buyers group for independent sporting goods stores, and but they warehouse products. So the independent guy who's not a big five store or some name brand sporting goods store, but a local guy can buy Wilson tennis rackets through the warehouse at Sports Inc. and collectively all these smaller sporting goods stores. So Una is not like that. And we've talked about that in past episodes. So this is something that, any organization, any company can join and start saving money. And I think that that's a fantastic service. And that's why I said that this is probably one of the most valuable Chosen Payment scoops that we've ever done, because we are offering you a solution that saves you money. And that's really what Chosen Payments is all about, is saving our customers money. So on that note, Kris, if somebody does want to take advantage of your services, how would one get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I personally am on LinkedIn, so you can find me there, Kris Lance, or if you just go to una.com, so it's una.com, and there's a lot of free resources out there as well. We're big on just education in the industry and helping members save. So we have a resource page where you can download information for free. You can even compare different GPOs and see if there's one that's great for you. So I would encourage everybody to take a look at the resource page, especially if you're on the operational side of your organization. There's a lot of very relevant information out there right now.
So that's una.com, una.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to point out also that Una doesn't stand for anything. It is not UNA. It is Una. And I met your coworker Crystal, and we had lunch together, and I asked her, what does UNA stand for? Because when you see three letters like that, people have a tendency to assume that's an acronym. That is not an acronym. That is their actual name. Yeah. So anyway, we've been talking with Kris Lance with Una. That's una.com. They're a purchasing or buying organization that can help save your organization money. And we thank you for joining. And Kris, any parting words for our audience before we say goodbye?
No, I just hope everybody just continues to push forward. The last 18 months have been quite a doozy. So stay positive, help each other out, and fill that gap, reach across the aisle. Just help everybody help everybody. I'll just leave it on a positive note.